So this morning we are driving towards Thirunallar, which is roughly about 55 kilometers from Kumbakonam.
These flowers, give it to Shaneshwara Swami Puja.
So his favorite colors.
Yeah. Entire purpose of this trip is to go to Thirunallar temple and have that Shaneshwara Swami, Thailabhishekam and then Baragadalingam Darshanam and all that. Finished. It's like so much of, peace and...
And this is a Sattvic lunch. Raw rice, nei paruppu, more kodambu, carrot poriyal, vaazha thandu poriyal. All no onion, no garlic.
Completely Sattvic.
Really Sattvic.
But there was one last stop before the airport. The next stop on our temple trail was a Sarangapani temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu and with the tallest gopuram in Kumbakonam. This is a gold thread, gold zari.
Yes. This one 3,000 new.
Per sari.
Ama.
The Nei Dosai was served with two chutneys, sambar and the Kumbakonam kadappa. Shree's puri came with a potato sagu and a spicy kelangu. Oh, is it? Oh, wheat halwa. Okay. I was told that the wheat halwa too was special here. That's too big, Shree. I thought she was going to be buying stuff like this. But that wasn't to be. So after wrapping up the steel shopping, I was looking forward to supper back at the hotel. First up was a Tengapal Melugu rasam, coconut milk and pepper rasam. Very tangy and the warmth of the pepper. The rasam did well to wet our palates for a refreshing plate that emerged from the kitchen. Beetroot with
Sour mint sauce.
sour mint.
Mint sauce.
Mint sauce. To be honest, I'm not a fan of beetroot, but the plate looked rather inviting. So sesame seeds on top. So good.
How creative.
Yeah. And also today we've had a long day. We've been out since the morning, visiting the temples, the handloom weavers, and then going to the market in the evening, walking around the lake. This is also a very refreshing sort of a salad. The mint sauce have some yogurt in it. Yeah. Excellent. There's the freshness of the tomato, the beetroot, there's some cucumber in that as well. Tenga manga sundal. Fantastic. Coconut, mango, and peanut.
Oh, healthy.
Even that the beetroot was very nice. Huh?
You like
Super.
The cream and beetroot.
You saw my plate, go back. I would have licked it if I could. Thank you, chef. The sundal was delicious, crunchy and healthy, tempered with some lentils. I like the soft, starchy bite of the peanut and contrasting with the sour bite, the crunch of the raw mango. A flavorful street style kalan or mushroom kottu parota followed next. Oh, I like the onions on top. Brings a nice freshness to it. And then a pesarattu roasted in a nutty nallenne with a spicy poond garlic chutney. And Shri says it's a sort that I cannot handle. So when Shri tells me don't try it, well, my mind says why not? With my pesarattu. Let's go for it. I just took like a little dab of it. Oh, it is spicy. And then the punch of that garlic, there's a fair bit of garlic in that. After all, it's a poond chutney. I think I'm better off sticking to the inji tokku. That kai chutney certainly helps wash some of that chili spice from my tongue. A bowl of sticky, velvety adapradaman, rice flakes in a jaggery and coconut milk reduction was the perfect sedative end to this unhurried supper. Well, it's a bright and sunny morning here in Kumbakonam. The town's waking up slowly and we've just stepped out from the hotel after a nice breakfast of some idli. I love that sambar that they serve there. Nice, thick Tamil sambar. Nothing beats it. And also that crisp rave dosai. They make it thin, lacy, just the sort that hits the spot. So this morning we are driving towards Thirunallar, which is roughly about 55 kilometers from Kumbakonam, to visit the Sri.
Darbareshwara Swami's temple, that is Shaneshwara Swami temple in Thirunallar.
The Shaneshwara Swami temple in Thirunallar. She's been wanting to go there for a fairly long time.
Yes, and in 2020 I came, but that time the temple was shut because of the pandemic, you know. So I have this manath that I have to go and do this puja in Shaneshwara Swami temple. So that's why finally it is happening now.
So that's the plan for today. Go to Thirunallar, visit the temple. Shri will do what she has to do, and then we drive back to Kumbakonam. Well, there's also the thought of going to Thanjavur, which is in the direction towards the airport. Anyway, we are driving to the airport in the evening, but we'll see how it goes, what time we finish, what time we get back to the hotel. And we also have an interesting lunch that's being planned by the chef of the hotel.
Thiru is a respectful word for anybody who, especially a male one. So Nala represents the kings. So Thirunallar, Aru means to get healed, as the king Nala got healed from the holds of Saturn god, the Shaneshwara. The name has become Thirunallar Aru. It became Thirunallar. When he got his bath in the tank of the temple, he was relieved from these holes of Shaneshwara Bhagavan. This temple belongs to the 7th century.
Okay.
It was from the Chola dynasty.
And with that, we soon arrived at Sri Shaneshwara temple in Thirunallar.
These flowers, give it to Shaneshwara Swami puja.
So his favorite colors.
Yeah, this purple, blue, black are his colors.
Once we made our way past the temple elephant at the gate, things got rather hectic. We were fortunate to receive a darshan of the divine Marakata, Emerald Lingam, the only one of its kind in the world, after which Shri sat down to offer the Thaila Abhishekam. A few more rituals later, we were back at the Lilac Kumbakonam. So finished your...
My temple trip, I am done for the day today. Finally, whatever I am supposed to come, for the entire purpose of this trip is to go to Thirunallar temple and have that Shaneshwara Swami, you know, Thaila Abhishekam and then Baragada Lingam, Darshanam and all that. Finished. It's like so much of, you know, peace and serenity. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is such a nice feeling.
We spent a couple of hours in the temple there, and you can't obviously take the camera out, although I did get a few glimpses here and there. It was a very different experience. So typically most of our trips don't involve so many temple visits. There is also a Jaipur vlog series, if you haven't caught it yet, where we did visit some temples as well. But I think here we really spent a lot of time in temples.
Yeah.
But I think that's what Kumbakonam is about. Yeah. So when you come here, a big part of life in Kumbakonam are the temples. After all, this is a temple town and life here revolves around temples.
There is Navagraha temple, Rahu Ketu temple. People, you know, who believe in all these pujas and all that, performing pujas for each, you know, like Saturn and, you know, like Rahu, Ketu and all that. This is the place to come and, you know, you stay in a good place like this where, you know, you can go around, everything is close by.
So anyways, now it's time for lunch. I'm told the chef has prepared a special lunch for us. So let's see what's going to greet us on the table here at the Lilac in Kumbakonam. So out here every meal is vegetarian. The hotel only serves vegetarian food because keeping in mind the sentiments of most travelers here. Most travelers here come to visit the temples and they typically eat vegetarian for the most part. To be honest, I haven't missed non-veg a single day. I think every time we've stepped out for lunch here at the Kesar, which is a restaurant here, we've only enjoyed all that Chef Bhaskar and his team have served us. Lunch was to be a mostly Sattvic affair, beginning with a refreshing moru, buttermilk. Next up, a carrot, orange and raisin salad, moistened in some fresh orange juice and honey. I'm not a big carrot person. Because of the raisins, you're not tasting so much of the carrot. Very refreshing, especially if you've been out in the Kumbakonam afternoon. So good. I also like that bit of cilantro in there. It's cooling in a very sweet sort of way. I'm also tasting a bit of a spicy warmth in this, perhaps some ginger juice or something warming that's gone into this salad. Absolutely delicious.
And this is a Sattvic lunch. Raw rice, nei paruppu, more kodumbu, carrot poriyal, vaala thandu poriyal. All no onion, no garlic.
Completely Sattvic.
Really Sattvic. And again our paruppu podi, thenga tovel. This also there is no garlic in that. After this you will be getting the kadala kodumbu, then enna katharika. That is with onion, garlic and all. First you start with Sattvic, then it comes.
Thank you, chef.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Katrika is my favorite.
First bite of the paruppu podi and the nei. So here the paruppu podi is quite granular. It's not as fine as the Andhra one. Very nice. Take a bit of the coconut tovial. Very nice. Which is the underlayer of the tuppa. And now the annam, some nei and the validantu. So that banana stem is very moist. It's almost exuding some moisture as you bite on it. That nei, paruppu and the sadam is a hit. All that you need is a little drizzle of some nei, the tuppa, in generous measure. I'm looking forward to tasting this peanut kolambu. And then there's also the enne katrika, which is the eggplant. It's like the tender peanuts. The rice is steaming away. So these two dishes are not Sattvic. So obviously there's some garlic in that. The pundu, as they call it here in Tamil Nadu. This thoroughly enjoyable lunch capped our stay at the Lilac and also our time in Kumbakonam. We bid goodbye to this temple town, but there was one last stop before the airport. The magnificent Periya Kovil or Big Temple of Thanjavur. Built by Rajaraja Chola I between 1003 and 1010 AD.
That's a single stone thing.
80 tons.
80 tons of.
What you see on the top, the very top, that's about 80 tons, that stone. The Brihadishwara temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva and is one of the largest and tallest temples in India.
This Nandi faces exactly Anga Shivalinga.
The distance between that lingam and this Nandi is 247 feet. Sir.
247 feet.
The total number of letters of Tamil.
Unimaginable as to how they achieved such feats 1,000 years ago. Housed within this 212 feet tall Shiva temple is one of the largest Shivalingas of the country.
Sir, it's 20 tons.
20 tons.
Yes. And in the top of the Vimana, it's made of a single stone, sir. That is 80 tons.
80 tons.
Yeah.
That stone on top weighs 80 tons.
Yes, sir.
And these are the names of all the
people who have contributed for the entire building of this temple, sir.
Quite surreal as you walk in.
Day before yesterday, I wasn't too sure whether you will be willing to come.
Absolutely incredible how they must have built this. Oh, the lights just came on. Amazing. So this is our last stop before we find our way to the airport. Shri said we have to visit the big temple at Thanjavur. I'm glad we did this. You get a perspective of this entire complex from this point here. That's the main Vimana. The Shivalinga is right there. The Nandi looks on beyond. And then you have these other structures here. Amazing. Shri insisted that we come here and I'm so glad that we did. Because of course it's a bit crowded. It's in the evening. We're on our way to the airport from here. But I think it's given us an amazing sense of the kind of greatness that India was even 1,000 years ago. There was a time when I think India used to rule the world. during the Chola period and the dynasties that followed. And when you come here and you take a look at this mesmerizing site and all that's gone into building it, you truly get a sense of what the Indian civilization, our civilization, is all about.
See, for when we eat, your stomach is full, right? Whenever you eat good food, you feel so happy. So whenever you come here, your eyes are like, for that, it's like a
Treat for the
treat
sight.
for the sight. This is literally, you come here, Kripal, you see, here, you see everywhere, the arrow. It's like spectacular.
I think out here, every angle that you see,
Correct.
you want to pull your camera out.
Amazing.
Well, finally, our Kumbakonam Thanjavur holiday comes to an end. I don't think we could have a more spectacular backdrop than this.
Yes, Thanjavur Brihadeshwaralayam. Somehow I thought, I don't know whether you're going to come or not. Finally, we made it happen.
I guess when there's a higher force guiding, it makes things happen at the opportune time. I'm glad that I got to bring Shri back to Kumbakonam. I mean, that we've made this trip together. She's been here many times in the past. Of course, Kumbakonam is where she was born, but I'm glad that we got to experience Kumbakonam together. And I hope you enjoyed our Kumbakonam experience as well.
Whoever wants to see good temples, like good art and architecture temples, please go to Kumbakonam and you will enjoy.
That's right. I think Kumbakonam is the temples, of course. There is so much to take in terms of the art, in terms of the architecture, the detailing, the sense of pride that it instills in you that India as a civilization has existed for thousands of years and with such monumental impact, pun intended, in all these sites, these glorious sites that you take in. I must also make special mention of the folks at the Lilac Kumbakonam who made sure that we had a great stay, not just in terms of the hospitality, but also the excellent food, and also for introducing us to Mr. Rajasekhar, who basically helped us understand Kumbakonam like no one else could have. So anyways, that's the end of our holiday. We're on our way to the airport, Trichy Airport. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. But if you did, give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye.
Bye-bye.